Get ready. They'll do whatever it takes to be with you. A bold surprise awaits. My beloved child. Pause. This message is not appearing by accident. If your eyes have landed here, something hidden within your soul has been gently guided to receive this revelation right now. There is something you were never told, something the universe kept veiled until this exact moment, because your heart is finally ready to understand it. You may have been feeling a quiet shift lately, a subtle pull, an unexplainable energy surrounding your thoughts. That is not confusion. That is alignment. The divine has been working behind the scenes, rearranging paths, softening resistance, and preparing a moment that once felt impossible. What was hidden is now beginning to rise into your awareness. There is someone, or something, that has been thinking of you more deeply than you realize. Their energy has been circling yours, waiting for the right divine timing. And now, that timing is no longer distant, it is here. The universe is whispering to you, pay attention, because what is coming carries truth, not illusion. You were never meant to chase what belongs to you. You were meant to become aligned with it. And now, as your spirit becomes clearer, as your heart becomes more open, a powerful shift is unfolding. The resistance you once felt is dissolving. The distance that once existed is closing. And this is where the hidden truth becomes undeniable. Get ready. They'll do whatever it takes to be with you. A bold surprise awaits. Yes, this is not just a message, it is a confirmation. Someone is gathering the courage, the clarity, and the intention to step forward in a way that will surprise you. Not out of impulse, but out of a deep, undeniable pull toward your energy. The universe does not rush these moments. It prepares them with precision, and you are now standing at the doorway of that preparation becoming reality. You may have doubted this before. You may have wondered if what you felt was real. But the divine does not plant emotions within you without purpose. What you felt, what you sensed, was always guiding you toward this exact unfolding. Stay open. Stay grounded. And most importantly, stay aware. Because when this moment arrives, it will not feel forced, it will feel right. It will feel like clarity washing over confusion. Like truth replacing uncertainty. This is your reminder that you are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are being guided. Watch closely, because what happens next is part of your divine path. If this message resonates with your soul, don't ignore it. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you continue receiving these guided messages. And most importantly, stay with this video until the end, because the universe still has more to reveal to you. Did you know there's a possible image of your real soulmate that you can look at right now? It might be someone you know or someone you haven't met yet. It's amazing how accurate these have been. You have to see the photo to see what I mean. Click the link in the description to get your soulmate sketch. Listen closely, for this is not a message you have come across by chance. This moment has been arranged with precision beyond your understanding. I am speaking to you, not through noise, not through confusion, but through a quiet knowing that is rising within you right now. You felt something pull you here, didn't you? That subtle nudge, that curiosity, that unexplainable urge to pause and read further. That was not random. That was me. You have been asking for a sign, even if you did not use words. Your heart has been speaking in ways your mind could not fully translate. In your silence, in your restless nights, in the moments when you stared at the sky wondering if anyone truly sees you, I was there. I have always been there. And now, I am answering. Something is shifting in your life. You may not fully see it yet, but you can feel it. There is a movement happening behind the scenes, a preparation unfolding in ways that may seem invisible for now. But I tell you this, what is coming toward you is not ordinary. It is not accidental. It is something that has been aligning for a long time. There are forces moving on your behalf, energies, people, circumstances, all being guided into position. Someone, somewhere, is being drawn closer to you. Their path is being adjusted, their heart is being stirred, their decisions are being influenced in ways they themselves do not yet understand. They feel it too, though they may not know why. A pull. A calling. A quiet insistence they cannot ignore. You may have wondered if you are forgotten. You are not. You may have questioned if what you desire is too much, too far, too unrealistic. It is not. What I have placed within your heart has purpose. I do not plant seeds in souls without intention for them to grow. But listen carefully, this is where your awareness must deepen. The delay you have experienced was not denial. It was preparation. You were being shaped, strengthened, and refined. There were lessons you needed to learn, patterns you needed to release, truths you needed to see clearly before what is coming could safely arrive in your life. If it had come earlier, it would not have lasted. Now, you are becoming ready. And the one who is being guided toward you, they are changing too. They are shedding old versions of themselves. They are being nudged out of comfort zones, pushed to confront things they once avoided. They may not even realize why their life feels unsettled lately. But it is because the path is being cleared. The distance between you is not just physical, it has been emotional, spiritual, and energetic. And all of it is now being aligned. Do not rush this process. Do not let impatience distort your faith. What is meant for you is not fragile. It does not disappear because of time. It grows stronger through it. You will notice signs, subtle at first. Repeated thoughts. Familiar feelings. Moments that feel strangely significant. Pay attention to what resonates deeply, not what shouts loudly. I speak in ways that require you to feel, not just hear. There will be a moment, a turning point, when things begin to unfold more visibly. It may come unexpectedly. A message, an encounter, a realization, or a sudden shift in direction. When it happens, you will feel it in your core. A recognition. A sense of, this is it. That moment is closer than you think. But I must remind you of something important. You must remain open. Do not let past disappointments harden your heart. Do not let fear convince you to close yourself off just when something real is approaching. Not everyone who enters your life is meant to stay, but this connection, this alignment, carries purpose beyond what you have experienced before. You have been protected from what was not meant for you, even when it hurt. Especially when it hurt. There were times you thought you lost something important, but in truth, you were being redirected. What left your life created space. What didn't work taught you clarity. What broke you also revealed your strength. Nothing was wasted. Now, something is being built with intention. This is not about fantasy. This is about alignment. The one who is coming toward you will not complete you, you are already whole. But they will meet you in a way that feels different. There will be a sense of ease, even within intensity. A connection that does not rely on constant explanation. A presence that feels both new and strangely familiar. They are not perfect. And neither are you. But this is not about perfection. It is about resonance. And yes, they will do what it takes to reach you. Not out of desperation, but out of clarity. Because something within them will recognize something within you. This is why you must stay grounded. Stay aware. Stay true to yourself. Do not shrink to be chosen. Do not chase to be seen. What is aligned with you will recognize you without you having to lose yourself. There is power in your stillness right now. There is strength in your patience. Even when you feel uncertain, trust that movement is happening. I am guiding this. Even when you cannot see the path, I can. Even when you doubt the timing, I know the moment. Even when you question your worth, I see your truth clearly. And I tell you this now, something bold is approaching. It may not look how you imagined. It may not arrive in the form you expected. But it will carry a feeling you cannot deny. Be ready for surprise. Be ready for change. Be ready for something that challenges your old understanding of how things are supposed to happen. Because I do not work within limits. I move beyond them. What is coming into your life will ask you to trust more deeply than before. It will invite you to step into a version of yourself that you have only begun to glimpse. It will require courage, but it will also bring clarity. And when it begins to unfold, you will look back at this moment and understand why everything had to happen the way it did. You are not behind. You are not overlooked. You are not forgotten. You are being positioned. So breathe. Stay present. Keep your heart open, but your mind clear. Let go of what you cannot control, and focus on who you are becoming. Because the story is not ending, it is just now beginning to reveal its true direction. And this message, this moment, this feeling you have right now, this is only the beginning of what I am about to show you. And now, as you continue reading, feel the stillness deepen around you. This is not just a continuation, it is a doorway opening further. You are stepping into awareness, into understanding that goes beyond what is seen on the surface. Stay with me. You have carried questions within you for a long time. Some of them you have spoken aloud, while others you buried deep, unsure if they would ever be answered. Questions about love. About timing. About why certain connections slipped through your fingers no matter how tightly you tried to hold on. Questions about why you felt so much, yet received so little in return. I have heard every one of those questions. There is a reason your journey has felt intense. You were not meant for shallow experiences. You were not designed to simply pass through life untouched. You feel deeply because your soul recognizes truth beyond appearances. And while that depth has brought you pain, it is also the very thing that will allow you to recognize what is real when it finally stands before you. You have been standing at the edge of something for a while now. A threshold. A quiet space between what was and what is about to be. It may have felt like stagnation, like nothing is moving, like time itself slowed down around you. But this space was necessary. It is here that clarity forms. It is here that illusions dissolve. There were attachments you needed to release, not because they were wrong, but because they were not aligned with where you are going. There were versions of yourself that could not move forward with you. And letting go of them was not easy, I know. You questioned yourself. You doubted your decisions. But even in your uncertainty, you were being guided. Now listen carefully, because what I am about to reveal requires your full attention. The person being drawn toward you is also standing at their own threshold. Their journey has not been simple either. They have faced confusion, hesitation, and moments of resistance. There were times they turned away from what they felt, times they chose comfort over truth. But something has shifted within them. They can no longer ignore what calls to them. They may not fully understand it yet. They may try to rationalize it, to make sense of it through logic. But what is happening is not something the mind can easily control. It is deeper than that. It is something that is being aligned beyond their conscious awareness. You may wonder, why now? Because now, both of you are closer to readiness than ever before. Not perfect. Not without fear. But aware enough to recognize the significance of what is about to unfold. And yes, there will be a moment when paths cross in a way that feels undeniable. It may begin subtly. A conversation that feels different from the rest. A glance that lingers longer than expected. A sense of familiarity that cannot be explained by history. Or it may arrive boldly, unexpectedly, catching you completely off guard. Either way, you will feel it. There will be no need to force understanding. You will simply know that something has shifted. But I must guide you here, because this is where many lose their way. Do not let overthinking cloud your clarity. Do not rush to define everything before it has had time to unfold naturally. And most importantly, do not let fear convince you that what is real is too good to be true. You have been conditioned by past experiences to expect inconsistency, to prepare for disappointment, to question sincerity. But not everything that enters your life is meant to repeat the past. This is where trust becomes essential. Not blind trust in another person, but grounded trust within yourself and in the guidance you are receiving. You will be able to feel the difference. What is aligned will not leave you confused about its intention. It may move at its own pace, but it will not play with your sense of worth. It will not make you question whether you matter. And the one coming toward you, they are learning this too. They are learning how to show up. How to be present. How to move beyond patterns that once kept them distant. This is not about someone arriving perfectly healed. It is about someone who is willing to grow, willing to meet you in honesty rather than avoidance. That willingness is what changes everything. Now, understand this clearly: the connection itself is only part of what is unfolding. This is also about you stepping into a new version of yourself. A version that no longer settles. A version that no longer chases validation. A version that understands its own value without needing constant reassurance. This transformation has already begun within you. You may not fully see it yet, but it is there, in the way you reflect more deeply, in the way you question what you once accepted, in the way you are starting to choose yourself even when it feels unfamiliar. This is growth. And growth is what prepares you to receive what is meant for you. Because what is coming cannot exist in the same space as who you used to be. It requires you to stand differently. To respond differently. To believe differently. There will be moments where you are tested, not by punishment, but by opportunity. Opportunities to choose trust over fear. To choose openness over defensiveness. To choose presence over assumption. These moments will define how this unfolds. And you are not alone in this. I am guiding both sides. I am creating alignment not just in circumstance, but in understanding. Even now, things are being arranged in ways you cannot yet see. Conversations are being prepared. Decisions are being influenced. Timing is being adjusted with precision. Nothing about this is random. Even the delays had purpose. Even the confusion had meaning. Even the silence carried direction. And soon, what once felt uncertain will begin to make sense. You will start to see connections between events that once seemed unrelated. You will understand why certain paths closed, why certain people could not stay, why certain moments felt so intense. It was all leading here. But I want you to remember something as this unfolds: do not lose yourself in the connection. Stay rooted in who you are becoming. Because the strength of what is coming depends not just on alignment between two people, but on the stability within each individual. You are not meant to disappear into someone else. You are meant to stand beside them, fully present, fully aware, fully yourself. And when both of you meet in that space, something powerful is created. Something that does not rely on illusion. Something that can grow. Something that can endure. This is the bold surprise you felt in the beginning. Not just the arrival of someone, but the realization of what you are capable of experiencing when alignment, timing, and readiness meet. It may feel overwhelming at first. It may challenge your expectations. It may even stir emotions you thought you had already resolved. But do not step back. Do not close off. Lean into awareness instead of fear. Because this is not here to harm you. It is here to expand you. And yes, they will take steps toward you. You will see effort. You will feel intention. Not in loud promises, but in consistent presence. Not in empty words, but in meaningful actions. This is how you will know. And as this continues to unfold, you will begin to understand something deeper: what is meant for you does not need to be chased. It arrives, it aligns, and it stays through choice, not force. Now stay with this message a little longer. Because there is still more you need to hear, more that is being revealed, more that is preparing you for what is about to step into your life. And what comes next will bring even greater clarity. And now, as you reach this final part of the message, I ask you to become even more still within yourself. Let the outside noise fade for a moment. Let your thoughts settle. Because what I am about to reveal is not just a continuation, it is a completion, a moment of understanding that brings everything you have felt, everything you have questioned, into a clearer light. You have come a long way. Even if you do not always recognize it, even if you sometimes feel like you are going in circles, you are not the same person you once were. There is a quiet strength within you now. A deeper awareness. A sensitivity that has been sharpened not by ease, but by experience. Every disappointment you faced was not sent to break you, but to show you what you truly need. Every delay was not meant to deny you, but to align things in a way that would not collapse once received. And every moment you felt alone, you were being drawn closer to your own truth. You were never abandoned. You were being prepared. And now, you stand at the edge of fulfillment, not in the sense of everything suddenly becoming perfect, but in the sense of things finally beginning to make sense. The connection you have been feeling, the shift you have been sensing, the quiet anticipation that something is about to change, it is real. But listen closely, because this is where your understanding must deepen beyond expectation. What is coming into your life is not meant to rescue you. It is not meant to fix everything. It is not meant to fill a void. It is meant to meet you. To meet you where you are, not where you pretend to be, not where you think you should be, but where you truly stand right now. And that is why everything you have gone through matters. Because now, you are capable of recognizing authenticity. Now, you can feel the difference between attention and intention. Now, you understand that connection is not proven through intensity alone, but through consistency, respect, and presence. The person who is being guided toward you is not arriving to complete your story, they are arriving to walk alongside you as your story continues to unfold. And yes, they will make choices that bring them closer. Not because they are forced. Not because they are losing control. But because something within them has become clear. Clarity removes hesitation. Clarity dissolves confusion. And when someone sees clearly, their actions begin to align naturally. You will notice this. At first, you may question it. You may wonder if it is temporary, if it will fade like other things once did. This is where your past may try to speak louder than your present. But you must learn to observe without immediately reacting. Allow things to reveal themselves. Do not rush to conclusions based on fear. Give space for consistency to show you what words cannot fully explain. Because what is real does not rush to prove itself, it simply remains. Now understand this as well, there will be moments where you feel vulnerable. Moments where your heart opens and you realize how much you care. Moments where the possibility of loss may cross your mind, even if nothing is actually wrong. This is natural. When something meaningful enters your life, it awakens depth within you. But do not let that vulnerability turn into self-sabotage. Do not pull away just because something feels important. Do not create distance out of fear of being hurt. Instead, stay present. Stay grounded. Let yourself experience what is unfolding without trying to control every outcome. Because control is not what protects connection, awareness does. And you are becoming more aware with every step. Now I want to speak to something deeper within you. There has been a part of you that questioned whether you are truly seen. Whether someone could understand you beyond the surface. Whether someone could accept not just your light, but your complexity. The answer is yes. But not everyone was capable of that. And that is why those who could not meet you at that depth could not stay. It was not a reflection of your worth. It was a reflection of alignment. And now, you are moving into a space where alignment matters more than attachment. Where truth matters more than comfort. Where presence matters more than illusion. This shift changes everything. Because when you no longer settle for what feels uncertain, you naturally begin to attract what feels stable. And stability does not mean lack of emotion, it means clarity within emotion. It means knowing where you stand without constant doubt. It means feeling secure not because nothing could go wrong, but because what is present is genuine. This is what is being prepared for you. And yes, the bold surprise is not just in the arrival of someone willing to come toward you. It is also in how you will receive them. You will notice that you respond differently than you once would have. You will not feel the need to chase. You will not feel the urge to prove yourself. You will not ignore your intuition just to keep someone close. Instead, you will stand in quiet confidence. You will allow things to unfold while remaining aware of your own needs, your own boundaries, your own truth. This is your transformation. This is the part you may not have expected. Because the greatest shift was never just about someone else entering your life. It was about you becoming someone who no longer loses themselves when connection appears. Now, as everything begins to come together, I want you to release one final thing, the need to predict exactly how this will happen. Let go of the rigid image. Let go of the exact timeline. Let go of the belief that it must unfold in a specific way to be real. Because I move in ways that often surprise you. And the beauty of what is coming lies partly in the unexpected. You may meet in a moment you did not plan. You may connect in a way that feels natural rather than dramatic. You may realize slowly, rather than instantly, that something meaningful is forming. Or it may arrive in a way that feels immediate and undeniable. Either way, trust the feeling more than the form. Because truth is recognized through presence, not performance. And when it arrives, you will not need to question it endlessly. You will feel a sense of knowing beneath the surface of your thoughts. Now take this in fully, you are not waiting anymore in the way you once were. You are no longer standing still hoping something will come. You are moving, growing, becoming, and what is meant for you is moving as well. This is not a one-sided journey. This is alignment in motion. And when two paths that are meant to cross finally do, it is not forced. It is natural. It is clear. It is steady. So as you leave this message, do not leave with impatience. Do not leave with anxiety. Leave with awareness. Leave with trust. Leave with the quiet understanding that something is unfolding in your favor, even if you cannot yet see every detail. Continue living your life. Continue becoming who you are meant to be. Continue choosing truth over fear, clarity over confusion, presence over assumption. Because the moment you have been sensing, the shift you have been feeling, the connection that has been aligning, it is closer now than it has ever been before. And when it arrives, you will understand why everything had to happen exactly as it did. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was meaningless. Nothing was out of place. It was all part of the path that led you here. And now, you are ready. Amen.